What's up, everybody? This is Johan Bester, vocal coach and music educator from Johannesburg, South Africa. Welcome to the channel, the Karisma Performing Arts channel. This is my company, and we work with singers. I also have another YouTube channel called Johan Bester, Your Vocal Coach, where I mostly analyze singers to sort of educate people generally. But this channel exists to show and talk about the kinds of things that my company is mostly involved with, which at the moment is choir. So you'll find a number of videos here. Please check it out in a series called Choir Matters. And this is really for people who work with amateur choirs, which is most choirs. Very few of us sing in or are coaching or involved with professional choirs where the singers get paid. So these videos are very practical about how to really do a good audition, how to choose the right repertoire for your choir, how to structure rehearsals, all kinds of things. I think if you're a choir person, you will find it very helpful. So please check it out. But today I wanted to do something that I haven't done on this channel yet, which is analyze the performance of a very well-known choir, which obviously you saw in the title is the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square, but this time together with the children's choir. So this Mormon Tabernacle Choir seems to also have a children's choir. It looks like the ages between maybe 8 and 13 or 14, because it's treble voices, so it's unchanged voices. Even the boys in the choir have unchanged voices, meaning the voices haven't changed yet. They haven't gone through adolescence and now have a deeper man voice. So it's this beautiful, sweet, angelic children's choir sound. Now, I tried to count, but it was very difficult. There are a few hundred children in that choir. It is a massive choir. And somebody, I can't find, I tried to look for it. Somebody wrote this beautiful song, choir piece called Gethsemane, about what Jesus has done when he went to the Garden of Gethsemane before he got beaten and crucified and the rest of that story. And then this year, 2025, this is the year 2025, during Easter, they put on a beautiful concert in that incredible auditorium that was purpose-built for these massive concerts. It's one of the biggest organs, I think, in the world. They put on a concert where they did a different arrangement of this song. So they got the full Mormon Tabernacle Choir standing up there. Those figures I could find online. There are 360 singers. It is a massive choir. So the full adult choir is there, mixed choir, soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. And then they have the children's choir sort of in the aisles, going up to the top, and then in the front and to the sides. So the children sing this song that was clearly written for them, Gethsemane, but then there's an arrangement of just oohs and ahs, sort of a backing by the adult choir. And it is just profoundly beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you and talk about what makes this a good choir performance. And it's, in general, I'm not a fan of massive choirs, massed choirs. I'd rather have a choir of 30 or 40 excellent singers than a choir of 100 or 200, because there are logistical things, right? And you will see now, I mean, you're probably familiar with that space. It is a massive space. I don't know how many people it seats, but apparently multiply tens of thousands of people can fit into that room. And the acoustics are like crazy next level because it's this massive place with a very high ceiling. So the sound bounces around a lot. It's a very wet acoustic. And to get 100 singers or more, let alone, in this case, maybe 500 or 600 singers, to get them to sing in time with the sound delay between the conductor and the singers, and the sound delay that the singers experience because they must be hearing the sound bouncing around in the room. To get the timing to be accurate is exceptionally hard. I've performed with choirs in cathedral type spaces, where it's lovely for the audience. It's lovely for them to listen to that because the sound just reverberates around the room and it travels. And some of these cathedrals can have like a 2 or 3 second delay from the sound source where the singers are to the rear of the room or whatever, because of the high ceilings and how big the space is. And it's lovely for the audience, but it's not lovely for the singers, because they find it very difficult, especially amateur singers find it very difficult intonation-wise. In other words, singing the pitch correctly, because they can't hear themselves that well. They hear it over there. And then, like I said, the timing is really, really tricky. So we're going to chat about that. But first, let me quickly just read you the lyrics of this beautiful choir piece. We're going to put it on the screen as well. But I just want you to know exactly what is said, because that's another thing that is tricky in a massive space like that, and that is diction, right? The ability of the singers to sing in a way that makes us hear every word, so we can follow along, follow the story of the song. So just bear with me. It's not long. Let's just read these words together quickly. It says, Jesus climbed the hill to the garden still. His steps were heavy and slow. Love and a prayer took him there, to the place only he could go. Simple words, but profound. And then the chorus part that says, Gethsemane, Jesus loves me. So he went willingly to Gethsemane. If you are a Christian, you will understand the power of these words. It's summarizing the essence, the truth of what Jesus went through when he suffered and died and rose again. Then the second verse says, he felt all that was sad, wicked, or bad. All the pain we would ever know. He felt it. While his friends were asleep, he fought to keep his promise made long ago. So beautiful. And then there's another chorus, Gethsemane. And then there's like a different section, which it's not really a bridge, but let's call it the bridge, where they sing a different melody with different harmonic underpinnings. And it says, the hardest thing that ever was done, the greatest pain that ever was known, the biggest battle that ever was won, this was done by Jesus. The fight was won by Jesus. And then they sing another chorus. So it just is important for me that we can definitely hear all the lyrics as they sing them. Yeah, but let's look at this together now, you and I. Listen to the sound, listen to the diction, like I said, listen to the harmonies, and just enjoy the incredible musicality on display here. The purity of the children's voices, the beautiful balanced backing of the adult choir. And then there's another version of the song with the children only and an organ, that fabulous organ. But in this one, the organ plays, plus there's an orchestral arrangement. So there's a big orchestra playing with the organ, the children's choir, and this massive Tabernacle choir. So spectacular. Let's check it out. Okay, let's just pause for a moment. D minor. Yeah, D minor. And then the chorus. Gethsemane in F major, the relevant major key. So beautiful. And I love that the whole first verse is sung in unison by the children only. Unison meaning everybody sings the same melody at the same time. So beautiful. Simple, the melody also. Just like the lyrics, it is so appropriately written for a children's choir. Lyrics and melody. Simple, beautiful. Jesus loves me. So beautiful. Makes you think of Jesus loves me, this I know, right? Just the simplicity of a child, of a child's way of looking at what Jesus has done for them. So profoundly beautiful. And now we get a bit of an instrumental interlude, and then the adult choir starts backing the children. Opening up. Wow. How beautiful. So the mixed choir goes on oohs, and it's sitting quite low in their registers. The arrangement is beautiful also in the sense that the children singing remains the focus point. This massive adult choir is not overwhelming or drowning the children's choir, because the song is a children's song and it's meant to be heard, you know. And then when they go to the second half of it, it seems like it goes from a ooh to a or a ah, a gentle ah. I can't tell exactly. But it just opens up, and then also some of the vocal parts go a little bit higher in their range. So it just becomes bigger and thicker texture and a bit more intense to match what the words are saying. That's just brilliant writing and arrangement. So good. Children only. Oh my gosh. Just when we restart it now, the adult choir joined the children in singing the lyrics. Great arrangement. You know, to arrange music well for choirs is such a skill, such an art. This was brilliantly written / composed. I wish I can find out who wrote the music. If you know, please let us know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I did some research, but I couldn't find too much detail on it. But yeah, they sing lyrics, they sing in unison for a while, and then they branch out into 4 or more parts. It's really hard to tell. And then these big 2 lines, big in terms of content, lyrical content, and big in sound, that says the biggest battle that ever was won, this was done by Jesus, and then the orchestra and the organ cuts out, and it's a cappella. The fight was won by Jesus. And then the conductor closing that off, and now we're going into the last chorus. Oh, it is just so good. So well written, so well performed, so well arranged, and well sung. These children make such a beautiful, natural children's choir sound. It's just very beautiful. Let's see the end. Harp and organ. Comes the orchestra. Comes the choir. For those nerding out like me, that is called the Tierce de Picardie, named after a famous French composer, who in the minor would end with a major. Putting the major third in there instead of the minor third. That was raining all throughout the piece. And it's interesting because it's not done in the vocal parts, it seems. It's done in the orchestration. So beautiful. It's also beautiful to me that this didn't end, like some massive, big, high chord, but Gethsemane. It ends small, even though it's a major chord, where it would have been minor. But it ends small, it ends tender. Don't you just love how the arrangement in the last chorus goes? First, only the children, again, harp and organ, very soft organ. And then they repeat the chorus, and the adult choir joins, and the soprano line especially, but I think probably the top three parts, soprano, alto, and tenor, went higher again, and they went to R's again. It was so broad, so wide, so big, so majestic. And then they finish small again in this major chord. I just think it is exceptionally beautiful, but not just beautiful. So I don't want to just talk about my emotional response, because even if you didn't know the story and you're not connected to the story of Jesus and the Garden of Gethsemane and his journey to the cross and the grave and all of that, you could still appreciate this as a fantastically written, arranged, and performed version of a beautiful choral piece. So now, just before we go, I'd like us to listen to the whole thing one more time. It's only 3.5 minutes. So now that you've heard all the information from me, I hope when you listen again, you can enjoy some of these aspects, some of these building blocks, some of these, different things that make this so beautiful. You can enjoy it even more. So one more time.
Love and the praise.
Yeah, there it is. It is just exceptionally beautiful. I don't know what else to say. I'm so glad you spent the time with me. Thanks for clicking. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel. It is a newer channel, so I'd love for us to get more people involved, more people to see the content. Please share it with somebody if you think it'll be helpful to them. And until next time, I want you to always remember that your voice matters.